Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, Chapter 33. When we last left our heroes, we continued our fights all across the Wood God Dragon Alderaan, including Natsu versus Gajeel, that kind of had a clash or two, Erza versus Jellal, which is starting with Jellal stripping. Wendy and Sharla are headed to one of the dragons, or one of the orbs, and then the two big things involved Lucy and the Strauss siblings, where we saw the full effect of the Virgo-Leo Stardress mix that easily wiped out Lisana and didn't really do a whole lot to Mira and Elfman, but Virgo's also out of the picture, so now it's just Lucy and Loki. Also, Gray's up against the Thunder God tribe, who took away his ice make magic, leaving him only with his pure demon slaying magic, which offers to be painful, as our chapter title says, for them. Also, Erza and Wendy are both in different cities from the rest of the drama going on, so keep that in mind. Anyway, so we open, after a couple of scan later pages, right where we left off last chapter, with Gray having gone into his Demon Slayer form, staring down the Thunder God tribe. Fairy tales on the Wood Divine Dragon. Where are the intense battles headed towards? And Big Slow looks at him. A demon's power. Heh. And Juvia, peeks out from behind the wall, and Freed turns his eye black. I'll also use demon magic. The power of darkness. And he goes to his full, I forget what that form is called. His whole powered up form. And they both run at each other. Severing Shadow. And Gray just, punches, or does this kind of claw thing through him. I guess Freed's magic cannot hold up to a Slayer. Or he's a Devil Slayer, fighting a devil. So yeah, that high key tracks. And Freed, lets out a, Freed! And Gray turns around and slashes through Ever, who for some fucking reason loses all her clothes in the exchange. This is not Tamaki. That's not an Ever thing to happen. Anyway, you don't pause on that for long, because Gray immediately lands, turns around, aims at Bixlow. Bixlow readies his little totem things. Baryon formation! But doesn't do anything, as Gray just decks him. Completely, utterly decks him. What strong... so Freed has gotten back up. What strong power! And Gray grabs Freed by the mask and, slams him into the floor. As everyone else just kind of watches in shock. Gray-sama! Freed is now out of his demon form. Darkness Ekriture. Pain! And he summons his... He throws his little runes at Gray's chest. I guess they're there to cause pain. But it does nothing. You don't feel pain? Gah! And it does not affect Gray at all, and he just slams into Freed again. Goes at him. We see his eyes were originally, human eyes with irises and pupils and all that. They are now just pure white as he goes down, slamming down on Freed. Stone eyes! Figurine eyes! Both of them try to use their eye magic to put a stop to Gray. And he disappears. Huh? Where is he? And he warps right behind them, and they both turn to him in shock, but they also make eye contact with each other. And Ever turns into a toy with her breasts helpfully covered by the smoke, good job. And Big Slow is turned to stone. Freed is totally beat up. Gray is absolutely won. Not even a contest. And Juvia looks on in, shock and upsettedness, if that's a word. Right here, I kind of want to call attention to a parallel between this and Natsu in the Merkphobia fight, especially after he ate igneous flames and fully lost himself in his beatdown of Merkphobia. And despite my problems with how that arc ended, especially with Merkphobia survival, specifically from Merkphobia survival, I'm curious if Majima's doing something here, creating a connection between Gray and Natsu, as they both, kind of lose themselves in a power they can't quite control, maybe is the right word, I'm not sure. Anyway, moving on. There's no way I couldn't feel pain, since I was hitting my comrades. So I guess he still had some kind of consciousness there. But that's all we see of that, because we cut back to the forest, where Natsu and Gajeel are, and they are both pretty worse for wear. Am I gonna lose against him again? That's Gajeel, who is, has lost against Natsu before. And there's still Loxus, Jellal, and Mira after. But I'm almost all out of magic. That's Natsu this time. Though he'll be fine, because both Mira and Jellal are being covered by other people. Loxus we've not seen. Maybe that's gonna be Wendy's opponent. I don't know. Anyway. Damn! Fall down already, Gajeel! I don't want to lose. And Gajeel gets up against you. And someone who is almost definitely Levy steps in front of him. If you plan on hurting Gajeel any more, then I will be your opponent, Natsu. I said this last time, and I really, really love how the Whiteout Fairy Tail members still have their personalities. That besides their opposition to Team Natsu and their devotion to Touka, they are still the exact same people. The Strauss siblings' love for each other, Levy, throwing herself in the battle to protect Gajeel, even the bonds between the Thunder God tribe are still kind of on display in that fight when they're not getting the shit beat out of them. It's a really nice touch. It makes this a much more interesting story than, simple brainwashing, if the brainwashed people are, fully themselves. Maybe without inhibitions, as we saw with Jellal's stripping in front of Erza. But still. Anyway, I will be your opponent, Natsu. And Natsu looks at her, bloodied up. Levy, I told you not to come here. There's no way you can win against Salamander. And Levy still stares at Natsu, determination in her eyes. It's not about winning or losing. It's about fighting for you. Anyways, everyone is going to get blown away eventually. Here I go, Levy. Oh, that's Natsu talking. Here I go, Levy. Stop it! That's Gajeel. Solid script. Bullet! So there's a thing. It's because I don't think there are guns. And sure, she's not using a gun. But the fact that bullets exist implies, or the fact that she knows what a bullet is, implies that there are bullets to know about. And yet, we've never seen them. So I don't know what the deal is there. Maybe it's probably nothing. It's probably just a big nothing burger. But anyway, that won't work. And Natsu just kind of deflects them and runs right up to Levy. Your body is all open, Levy. Oh no. So the focus here is very clearly on Levy's lower torso, where the babies are. Stop it! And Gajeel just shouts out. And Levy crouches down to protect the children. Again, showing that she's very much still Levy under there. And Natsu stops. We have a flashback to Lucy at the guild hall. So the rumor about a baby, it was true? And it's Lucy, Levy, and Wendy all sitting at a table in the guild hall. Congratulations! Thank you. It's kind of embarrassing. And Happy calls out, Levy, is it true that you'll lay an egg? And Natsu, whose kid? Mine? It's not an egg, and there is no way it could be yours. I am really worried about how little sex ed Natsu has. Where does he think babies come from? Anyway, after Levy's outburst, she kind of has a contemplative moment, clutching her womb. Still, I can't believe it. I'm going to become a mother. And Lucy and Wendy like smile sweetly, and Natsu's kind of shocked. I wonder if does Natsu like have any idea that she's dating Gajeel? And there's a lot of things I'm unsure about, but I feel like I could do anything for this child. I will protect them no matter what happens. I may have a small body, but my love is big. And Natsu, remembering that he's about to like hit a pregnant woman, stops him. And that's just what Levy wants. And she shouts out, "Now! Solid script! Carriage!" Oh, here we go. And she sends the carriage down the way. Wait, Natsu! Happy like flies after him. And Levy and Gajeel watch him go. Are you alright, Gajeel? You did something reckless. I lost to him again. And that's fine. And Levy like grabs Gajeel's hand. Because to me, Gajeel is the best. And Gajeel grins at her. I see. Meanwhile, in the left-hand city, we get back to Jellal and Erza, who are sword fighting. As expected, you're strong, Erza. And Jellal is like uncomfortably close to Erza. Which is absolutely like we know that Touka can like manipulate emotions. We know at least that she can remove inhibition. So that's what happened with Merphobia. And that's definitely what you did here. She probably knows that, Jellal getting really close to Erza is exactly what will make Erza completely uncomfortable. And she is using that to full effect right here. But anyway, Erza makes like a swipe. Hey, your face is too close! And she keeps swiping, and Jellal keeps like effortlessly dodging. I want to see you more closely. I love the like bishy sparkles. It's so fucking funny. I want to see you more closely. Your face. This guy. Did the mind control work on him in a wrong way? And then in the right-hand city, we get back to Wendy. The light seemed to come from this church. Wait, Carla, that smell. And we see a whole bunch of like the C-list fairy tale members. Like, the guy who's always staring at the board, and Wakaba, and the sand guy, whose names I should know because I've been reading this series for almost a decade, but I don't know them. You know the guys. Are like wrapped up in these spider cocoons. Warren-san! I meant Warren, not Wakaba. Max-san! Nab-san! That's their names. Everyone! What's that sticky thing? Wendy, don't touch that. She goes like touch the web so Carla stops her. You came. Again. And we see there's a figure on the roof, and Wendy looks up. A new prey. Who the fuck is that? The new enemy that appears in front of Wendy and Carla. What powers does it have? Oh, I see what happened here. So Touka sends the C-list members to all go handle this orb. She needs all of them because they're all really weak. But they were caught by this weird spider guy. Who is definitely one of the creepiest things this series has given us in a long time. Maybe I'm just creeped out by tongues. Also, that tongue looks detached from his mouth, first of all. That's creepy. But anyway, this chapter was great, first of all. Not just as a die-hard Gale fan. I've been a die-hard Gale fan long enough that I call them Gale. Alright? I die for Gale. They are the best ship in this series, bar none. And yeah, this chapter is a big proponent of that. The Thunder God Tribe, it is very much what Gray promised us last chapter, of him just utterly decimating them now that he does not have his ice powers to kind of like temper the demon slaying. I'm a little unsure of it though, because everything this scene is giving us is telling us that that Gray has fully lost himself to the demon slaying powers, except it apparently wasn't at the end. He reveals that, he was feeling pain because he was hitting his comrades. So it was kind of a weird thing. It wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it wasn't the series at its best. The next part of the chapter, though, oh yeah, it was. From just, Natsu and Gajeel being perfectly matched at this point. Good for them. And And then, of course, the highlight of the chapter, Levy McGarden. Fucking hell, girl, you are the best. Uh, her desperate defense of Gajeel, good shit. And then, as much as Natsu has been like, yeah, I want to, like, take everyone down, it's a great, fun match. I love that, he can't do anything. He's not gonna hit a pregnant Levy. He's not that dumb, And so sure, in the end, Levy uses that for her own goals, because Levy is fully anti-Natsu at the moment, and if she has to, call attention to her pregnancy to beat Natsu, then she will. But still, it's a great moment. I also love this moment of everyone, like, freaking out over Levy being pregnant. Which is really not something you ever really, like, it's still weird, even though it was first, if not confirmed, like, heavily theorized at the end of 545, 2 years ago. It's still kind of hard to accept that a main member of Fairy Tail is pregnant. Like, okay. At least in Boruto, we skipped that part. We skipped our generation being pregnant, and then moved on to them already as adults. So, which is still weird in its own way, but, like, it's a very different thing than, they're pregnant. Or she in particular is pregnant. It's not like no one else is pregnant. But still, it's a great chapter. This is, all in all, a fantastic chapter. 100 Years Quest is still fantastic. It's a great series. 100 Years Quest, if you have any love for Fairy Tail and you're not reading 100 Years Quest, what the fuck are you doing? Read 100 Years Quest, it's great. And then, of course, we have Jellal and Erza, which isn't really advancing besides Jellal's wonderful Bishy Sparkles, which I will die for. And now we have Spider Guy, who... God, I don't know what the fuck his deal is. I hope he's not some creepy, sexualized licking kind of guy, especially at Wendy. That just sounds gross. So keep your tongue to yourself, Spider Guy. Let's have this be perfectly PG-13, alright? But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say, so I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!